New Superman issue 10. I'm actually going to have some complaints about this one. Not that it did bad stuff in general. It's just that I actually kind of felt like a good.
Shorter read,
I mean,
like
it was kind of. It was like two-thirds of the issue were really just this one kind of scuffle in the
yeah.
one room, and it just felt kind of jumbled. I don't think it flowed as well as a lot of the other issues
I didn't
have.
have a sense of geography with the way everything was going
Yeah.
on. When the
Is
demons started pouring out, what's up?
I was gonna say, is this not supposed to be an aftermath?
Superman,
Not
Reborn.
Superman is there,
really.
and there's one
Yeah.
conversation at the end that makes it more of an aftermath issue, but the bulk of the
Yeah.
issue isn't. The bulk of the
Right.
issues,
Okay.
I do love when Keenan's like, "Hey, Superman, remember me? We met that one time."
yeah,
It's like, how would
oh,
you
that's funny.
forget the Chinese version of
Yeah, I
yourself?
know, I
Like,
know. Uh,
I love, and that's why I keep reading this is because I love the character of Keenan Kong so
yeah,
much.
the characters are
Yeah,
great, and that stuff's because the only stuff we get Delaney and Baxter, which is maybe another thing that this issue has going
uh,
against it, is we have one scene of them like finding the like Kane's dad in like a big test tube thing. But that's
yeah,
pretty much it. The rest of it's like Superman, New Superman, and Lex fighting these demons, and then like the China White crew are there. And like you said, geography, because the demons, like some demons pour out, and then later on, you see these bigger demons coming out of the gate, and then I didn't realize
yeah,
there was also like a group of demons already out. Like
yeah,
I kept being confused as to whether the door was open or shut. It was weird.
yeah. Well, what was cool though, it was what was it? The sheep and ox rings, and then
Yeah,
you get a sheep and ox like deities come out at the end, which was pretty cool. But
yeah. They
I
basically
don't feel,
they basically heard the
yeah,
demons back in the door. That's essentially what
yeah,
happens.
exactly. And so, but what's cool is that uh, Keenan got to access one of his other powers. He got his X-ray, which he's confused why it comes from his thighs. Like that's the symbol that it comes from, and
Yeah.
he's learning how to focus, and it's a really nice like him learning his powers type
Yeah,
thing.
it's still him making the choice not to take the easy way out. He has to work hard
Yep.
for it, and that's all fine. Obviously, Superman's conversation with him after the fact is similar to Supergirl's one, where he's like,
Yep.
right, something big's coming, and one day I may need to like contact you and like have
Yep.
you help fight, which is cool
So
because
pretty much what he said to Kara then.
pretty much, and
Yep.
it's very similar to again Batman having all these different teams that he's been talking about. Remember that conversation with Tim where he's like, "Oh, you're doing all this stuff. You've got Damien forming a Teen Titans. You're
Yep.
forming this team and that team." And
Mm.
so I like that. I like that it's kind of doing that in both fronts. So that's pretty cool. The big ending of this issue, though, the big reveal. So you remember what was his name from Detective Issue 1? Fu on
Fu
you.
Manchu.
Fu on you
Oh,
is the name.
go on you.
And we find out that it's not really him because the China White goes to see him, and that turns out that he's the one who's hired her to try and get stuff.
These.
And it turns out he didn't even want the door handles. He just
Oh,
wanted Keenan and that not to have them. Didn't want Lex to have them. As far as he's
yeah.
concerned, because the door's shut now, mission's accomplished. But
Right.
he mentions that he's wearing a mask. It's not his real face. I'm like, oh right, who is it? Who's behind the mask? And then the final page, we see the mask takes off, and it's Master I Ching, and I was like, no,
Me too.
not
I don't
Miyagi.
think it's I don't think it's I Ching though. He was dressed so differently. It was like a yin and a yang kind of deal.
Oh, you think it's
Because
like
we've seen,
you think it's evil
yeah,
I Ching? It's like his twin or whatever.
yeah,
Right. Okay.
because he's wearing all white, right?
Was he?
The one at the end. I think
I'm
so.
going to check now that you've said that. I
Go,
can't remember.
you go check.
Yeah, continue
And I
your
feel
thought.
like we see I Ching in all black, and I feel like there's gonna be a yin and the yang kind of deal to them.
Hmm.
That you have I Ching trying to better people, and then you have this one trying to corrupt people.
Oh, wait.
Because we see,
Just to butt in here, you are right. He is in all white. I never noticed that because to me, and I'm looking at it now, and you're saying it's white, and I'm like,
yeah,
I agree, but
yeah,
it never occurred to me because to me it looks like he's in black, but there's a bright white light shining
white,
on him.
yeah.
It
I
looks
took
like
it
he's
that he was in white.
yeah. It looks like he's standing in a spotlight, but I think you're right. I think he's in all white. I could, I don't know.
And but we see him take off his glasses too to save Lex
Yeah.
from whatever was there, and it was
Mm.
it was a representative of Keenan taking the easy way out. It doesn't add up if he's this
He-
bad guy pulling the strings, but he runs a kung fu class on
I
Thursday
think
nights.
the one thing that maybe backs up my argument that it's just a bright light shining on him is that his face is also covered in white light. Like, it's not just his outfit.
Huh. Well, we'll find out with the next issue.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We also got a flash of China now, because Avery, who
Yeah.
is Avery from Keystone in Central.
Yep.
So that was fun.
So we now have Chinese Flash, which is pretty cool. So no, and it was a fun issue. I'd probably argue it was one of the weakest issues of the series, just because the big fight that took up 2/3 of the issue or so was kind of a geographical mess in terms of like really knowing where people were and what was going on at all times. So that's a bit of a shame. But yeah, no, still loving the book, so that's cool.